Hello, YouTube. Here we are again. What will we do today? If you're watching this as a recorded video and not live, you might want to scoot ahead a few minutes till we get some of my online chatters in the box live. And so otherwise I'm talking to myself. Well, and of course all of you. But once I get a couple people in here that acknowledge that I'm live and things are working, we'll get into something. So give it a couple minutes, scooch ahead. And that's one of my favorite scrapers. It looks like it's coming apart. Let's hope not. I was going to use that today. Okay, if we don't get anybody in the box here in the next couple minutes, we're just going to go ahead and roll. And people can catch up to us. I don't want everybody having to sit here all by their lonesome. So, yeah, let's just go. So, Xandra, she can't be here live today. I haven't tried this yet, obviously. The ginger honey crystals. That sounds good. I'm trying to force myself to eat more ginger. I haven't been great at it, but I do take supplements that have it in there every day now. And my little mermaid that she sent me. And she sent me the Jane Davenport Gold palette. They might look, well, no, they can see on camera. There are different golds in there. She said Jane usually just wets her brush and goes all around and mixes them together. But Xandra on her Scraps to Beauty channel last week swatched these. And they're very nice. So thanks, Z. So I'm wondering, I got nobody in the box. Let me see if we, I see 9 people online. Let's see if anybody responds. Sherry Cooksley. Okay. Somebody's there. We'll start with just Sherry. Yeah, until somebody chats, I don't know if anybody's out there. I see that there are 12 people there now stacked up that are maybe, what do they call that? Lurking? So I got this stencil. There's a couple more coming from Stamperia. Xandra sent me, Sherry, I may have forwarded this to you. She sent me a video of somebody using a gold paste through a stencil on a shirt and then letting it all dry and then stretching the shirt to make the gold crackle. So I looked into it. Hey, Kath. Hello, hello. So I looked into it. They also have silver. So I ordered the gold and silver paste and a couple of the celestial type stencils that were used on the example. It was really cool. One of them came in, and it's this one here. So I found a website. This one they didn't have on that website, but I found a website where they were really cheap. I'll have to look that up if anybody's interested. Kat, hello. Glad to see you online. So I found this little note with, I don't know, something that I bought recently that had to do with foil. And I'm thinking it was maybe one of these that I just bought. But there was a note in here, and I know this site, Artistic Painting Studio. And she was saying that her foil collection, I'll read this. My foil collection transfers are very easy and can be used on different surfaces, blah, blah, blah. For best results, I recommend using my APS foil adhesive. That's her own adhesive. Apply one coat, allow to dry to a firm tack about an hour. Then transfer the foil by applying the foil over the tack surface, pretty side up, and rubbing the foil by using a cloth or a scrub brush. The smoother the surface, the better the transfer. So, remember we tried to do, what did I do? I ironed it last time, right? And it didn't work at all. So, well, actually, that's not true. It worked, but it glued down the whole thing, not where I put the adhesive. So I'm going to throw some little something on here. This is just one of the scrap pieces of denim that I practice with. And this one has been washed. You see how much it frayed when it washed. But I'm just going to use this. Maybe I'll use this stencil. No, I don't want to get the new one all yanked up right off the bat. Let's use something little here. These are a couple PM Artist Studio stencils. Let's just use a couple of these. And I'm going to scrape some through. So this will be a little bit, hi Jay. The pot of gold paint. This is Jane Davenport layer cake color wheel. Xander sent me this. And it's called the pot of gold. And those are all the colors in it. Z, she swatched this last week on her channel, Scraps to Beauty, on YouTube, and they're very, very shiny. You know how I like something shiny.
Let's see.
All right, babe, have fun. So I'm going to put some of this on here. I'm going to do it a couple different ways because that's what we do. Oh, wait a minute. Blanco. I thought I had, didn't I use that last time? Was it the Blanco or the clear that I used? I don't want to open up two of them. Nope, that one. Almost hosed that up. Okay, now I'm just going to scratch. No rhyme or reason. We're just going to put a little bit of this through a stencil. I'm not using the whole stencil. I just want to get a little. Kind of a little abstract bit covered up there. And then these scrapers are really good to get. But see how that it sticks in the high part of the weave? But when I scrape it really hard like that, I lose the, it doesn't get down into the whole nap of the fabric. So I'm going to put a little bit more on again and maybe not be so aggressive. And just lightly scrape it so it's a thicker layer. And yeah, that went kind of smushed through it too, which I figured it would, but that's okay. Don't anybody panic. This isn't going to the Smithsonian. I don't think. Unless somebody has a contact. And get some of that off of there while I'm able. And this might take a little bit longer to dry because it is a little bit more it's thicker. So I'm just going to take a line, try to hit this one line of these circles down here. While I'm doing this, I'm not looking at the chat. And if somebody wants to ask me a direct question, put it in caps if you don't mind. I just got new glasses. I think I can see okay. After that last week's story about the doctor's prescription, I'm not I don't know if they're right or not, but I can see it good enough. um, but these frames, I finally found some big enough for my big head, and now they keep falling off. I'm gonna have to go back tomorrow and get them to adjust them again. I can't keep them on my head, and God forbid I get the least little bit sweaty and they're halfway down my nose, which drives me nuttier than I already am. So I'm not sure. I don't know if everybody here knows CB. We call her CB, Carol Boudreau. She came to my very first retreat I ever did and has been following me for since the beginning, pretty much. Um, and you guys on here may be aware that her husband had a stroke back in January and hadn't been doing very well. And uh, God bless him, he passed on Thursday. He passed on the 6th. So I just want to let those that might know CB know if they didn't see her Facebook post, and if they want to reach out or send her a card. For the Maryland group, I sent you guys an email this morning with her address in there. So anywho, I want to put more on here, but I want it just kind of scratchy. I don't want to, what can I use for that? I don't want to dirty up a brush necessarily, but I may have to. Don't I have, hold on 1 second. Ouch. There we go. Is that what I want to use? Maybe not. Trying to remember where my catalyst tools are with the teeth in them. They're somewhere safe. So we'll just wing it. I'm going to use the same tool. Hey, Vaughn. I'm just going to use the same tool and just maybe just do some, miscellaneous marks. We'll just let that go. Doesn't have to be a masterpiece. I just want to test this rubbing technique. Hey, Sandra. Doing good. So far, so good. It's early. But I'm going to set this off to the side and let this start to become tacky. And then we'll give it a shot. So in about an hour, like I'll remember that, we'll give it a go. So, and this is the foil. I'm going to use this vinyl because that's what this note said. My foil collection transfers. No, it doesn't say vinyl. I thought this said vinyl. Well, we're going to try it. And then I have some of her foils. Let me go head first. What are you going to make with those denim scraps? I don't know that I'll ever make anything with them. I just wanted to test out some thoughts before I put them on a garment, which I have done. And speaking of garments, a friend we met, the first group, Kathy, you're in here, that went to Arizona. That was like 2 weeks before the world locked down for COVID. So early 2020, early February, we went to Green Valley, Arizona, and had a retreat with Robin. And we met sisters, Debbie Harney. And right at the moment, I'm so sorry, Debbie sister, your name is not in my head. But anyway, Debbie contacted me on Facebook. And she said, I just want to let you know I do a lot of bleaching on fabric. And the bleach will continue to work and break down some fibers. And she gave me the name of a product that she uses. Hey, Nancy. She sent me the name of a product that I ordered. This is a 5-pound bag. It's called Pro Anti-Chlor, and it's by Pro Chemical and Dye. And it looks like on their site they have a lot of stuff for doing different different things to different fabrics, from tie-dye and, all kind of stuff. This is the little card they put in there, so you can see different things that people do, apparently. So I got this and started to read a little bit more information. This is very toxic, so I'm not going to do it in the basement. But basically, what I remember from what I read, don't quote me, you take about a tablespoon of this and a few gallons of water and put your bleached garments in it. Let it soak for a number of minutes, and then start to rinse it down, dilute it, dump the water, put more fresh water on it, and then put it in the washer and wash it again. So that's what I was going to start doing today's stream with, but not now. I'm going to wait. And it says you've got to use a mask and take it outside. And I thought, oh, Lord, I think I'd rather just have my jeans fall off. But we're going to give it a go, but not today. But I don't know. I do have the pants and the jacket down here, actually, that I did last week, and after they've been washed, and they came out great, actually. Hang on, let me get this. I got them on hangers because they were upstairs, hang dry. Oops, there goes the camera. Hanging dry in the laundry room. But I wanted to show those of you who were on with me how this turned out after the wash. I did post pictures, but I know not all of you follow me on Instagram and Facebook. But here's how the scripting turned out. Let me zoom in a little bit. And this was just done with a fine line bottle with bleach in it. And I held it a little bit above the fabric, because when that little needle nose catches the nap of the fabric, it spritzes the bleach, which is also a cool look. And you can see where that happens. See the little dots there? I don't hate that. I kind of like it, actually. But I decided to try it by not doing that, because when I do it, and I don't care if it spritzes or not, there's a lot of spritz. So I thought this way it would be, it would be okay. So this jacket, I don't know what kind of denim this is, but it's this hot pink purpley color inside. And then they had an unfinished hem, so some of that sticks out the bottom. And then it has black knit, like sweatshirt sleeves. So I bleached those, and remember they came out like a fire orange. And when they wash down, it's more of a neutral beigey, taupey, peach color. I just did the cuffs of the sleeves, right, to see how they'd come out. So I may do more of this. I thought about maybe trying to paint something, not a thing, abstract. That's all I can do is abstract. Hey, Tam. Tam, did you see the note from CB on Facebook the other day? But if I do this, it's going to have to be abstract, because big girl can't draw a crooked line. Yes, do the back. I might just do that, because I haven't worn this jacket. It was shoved in the back of my closet. And I thought about putting more bleach on the sleeves. But it kind of has a mind of its own when it hits this fabric. It absorbs. And as you can see, what was lines going on like this, I was going to do lines and then put dots under them. Well, the lines just blew up and ran through the fabric, and one of the drips came around and made a U. So I went back in and forced the rest of them to be like a scalloped U across it. So anyway, here are the jeans, and this is one of my favorite pair of jeans. They are so comfortable. These I got from HSN, and they're by DG2, Diane Gilman 2, and they are called Super stretch. Yeah, super stretch knit denim. Come on, work with me. Right? And they are super stretch. And it's DG2. And Sherry, if you're looking at these, I actually wear my true size in these, not size down, even though I might be able to. They start out pretty comfortable. And from the warmth of your body and moving with her. Oh, okay. You saw my note. Okay, good. Yeah, I texted her. I've been talking to her, uh, I don't know, several times over the last couple months, and on the phone. And I texted her yesterday. I don't go on Facebook like I used to. So Xandra brought it to my attention that check out her post that Wit passed, and so I saw it and I left a comment. Then I noticed she posted it 2 days after he passed, and I almost texted her, or I almost called her Friday, and it was in the evening. I thought, no, it's probably too late to call her. I'm not going to bug her. I didn't know anything about it, so I texted her yesterday afternoon, I think it was, and I said, just texting to check in, let you know I'm thinking about you. Call me when you get a chance. I'm not sure if she's going to have family in, if there's arrangements right away. It's a lot going on. It could be a lot going on. So I didn't want to interrupt her if she had company or whatever. So if I don't hear from her by Monday night, I'll probably call her Tuesday. But anyway, these jeans are so good. So here's what I did on the jeans. I went down the front of both legs. Let me even up the legs. Oh, I've got to go back out again. Hang on. There we go. So they only have one seam on the legs, and that's on the inside. So this is what they look like. Here's the hem on this leg. And this leg I started more up like to the thigh. I'm going to try to even these up so you can see how it's staggered. Right? So I went from like the knee down on this side and the thigh to below the knee on this side. I don't know why. That's just what I did. Yeah, Tam, let me know if you find out any information. And then because this one was up high here on the back, I did just a little hoop-de-doo on the back. So it's kind of subtle. But these are stretchy. They're like wearing pajama bottoms. So I'm going to put these in a safe place, and maybe we will mess around with trying to further jeopardize this jacket. What's the worst that could happen? All right, put these back on the hanger and move them out of harm's way. So I need to get some fabric paints. So give me a moment to go on the other side and grab some paints that I may or may not use. I have no idea of a design. I got nothing. I'll just pull out some favorites. See if anything comes to me. Super Sparkle. I think we used that on one of the samples. Yeah. And this. What's this? Huh, that looks completely different. Take that one. And I think I have a bronze rust, metallic rust. old brass. Oop. Violet gold. Pink gold. Pearlescent white. That looks gold in the bottle. That may be an older variety, let's call it. Like me. Oh, here it is, metallic brown. All right, this will be way too many, so that's just right. Oh, Lord. Hey, Jan. Let me see what else happened since I was away. There's no crime in that, Jan. You know what? I am going to set an alarm on my phone because bigger than anything, I will forget about the stuff sitting up for an hour. So it's already probably been like 10 minutes. So let's do. Look at that. It went right to 50 minutes. All right. We'll see how that rolls. Also, Marylanders, and I don't know if anybody else knows Donna Walsh. Her mom's having a bit of a rough time right now and is home, but her husband is in the hospital. And he could certainly use some prayers at this point for those of you who do. And if not, positive vibes would be welcome too. All right, let me unbutton this one. Okay, what are we going to do? Maybe I'll pull these inside out. Get them out of the way. I have no idea in my head which first stroke I'm going to make. Talk about your blank page. It's not just a piece of paper this time. Her husband, Bob. So, try to use this as a guide to stay inside of that seam. And the same over here. And don't follow me. Never done this before, really. Painted on t-shirts 100 years ago, but not that much of a commitment. So here we are. See, anything that I'm thinking of is something like I would do like in watercolor, where things will mingle and blend or drip, and we got nothing of that happening on fabric. So here's paints that I brought. These are all fabric paints by Jacquard. The black and white by Jacquard, these are called the Neopaque. They're flat opaque. And then these are, oh, that one's flat too. Oh, what do you know? Okay. Oh, these all are. Hello. I just brought some crimson. Is that metallic? That says Luminaire. Usually when they're that doesn't look metallic. Usually ones that are called Jacquard are, it says metallic. Isn't that interesting? Let's go one layer down here. I guess it is slightly metallic. Huh. Doesn't look like it though. Usually you can really tell when it's metallic. So, here we are. I have this as one of my favorites. It's Halo Blue Gold. It's a shifting metallic. I don't know how it's going to show up on here. Oh, hang on a minute. I did do a swatch of denim where oh Lord, swatch these out. Hang on. Dig from the swatch pile over here. I did all kind of craziness to these things. See, this is where I just pounced a white. I think it was this white through a stencil. That came out kind of cool. And I did stencils down here. All right, that wasn't bad. Oh, and here's the Halo Blue Gold. Not much contrast on the denim. Here are similar colors straight on the denim. That navy actually, but that's dark. This is darker navy. And here's where I took the white and made some swatches and then painted this turquoise over it. So here's the turquoise right on the denim. And then here's the turquoise over that thin layer of white. So that may be the way to go since this is so dark. Or maybe I can just start with some white through stencils. Does anybody remember what I did? Hey, Pam? Because this washed fine. And the stencil pattern is pretty clear. I was thinking maybe I could start with some white stencil designs and then go from there. I don't know if I use this. That one is open. Or this. I don't know which one I used. So, back to what the hell are we doing? Let me take these two flat brushes. I was using this with the bleach and paint. All right, let me look at stencils. I wonder if I should just try to do this one. What the hell? Ooh. Oh, very ballsy. I'm going to tape that down. Yeah, I do that with the shifting all the time with stencils when I'm doing, art journal stuff, collages and all that. I've been doing that a lot for a good while. Actually, I did that on one of these fabric swatches too. It wasn't this one. I didn't see Joan on here. Has anybody heard from Joan? I did give her a heads up. Let me see if she replied. She didn't. That's very unusual. I'll send her another note. That's very unusual. She usually gets back to me right away. That sounded like a camera. Okay, enough distraction. This even looks kind of cool. This is Joan's stencil that she sent over last summer, I think. I might just do that much and maybe leave off this and just do this graphic bit in between. I think that's what I'll do. So I'm going to go up a little higher. Just get my moons in the middle. We all know how important that is. All right, now I need to get some tape. That would be in the tape drawer, most likely. And there it is. I'm just going to use this. This holds pretty good. Now I'm going to stand up and make sure I got this bad boy at least somewhere close. My head's going to hit the camera. Let's try that, shall we? And I'm going to have to I'm trying to decide what sponge I want to use to pounce this, or if I want to use a brush to pounce it. I don't want to get that bleed under it, like the one I did this morning, how that bled a little bit. So many things to consider. If anybody has any ideas, throw them on out there. No decent ideas turned away. All right, just do that like that. I like celestial stuff. I like nautical stuff. I like map and navigational chart stuff. That's why this appeals to me. It appeals to me. What do we have down here? I'm not going to. Oh, hell no. That's too. No. Okay. All right. Now. What am I going to do? So I don't want to do what I did to the other piece. I definitely want, because that was adhesive. This is paint. So let me look at my pouncing options. I'm thinking maybe a makeup sponge because it's dense and it doesn't really absorbs as much paint as a regular type sponge might in the same format. Paint removers. Huh, wonder what that was. Really? I wonder what that is. Hang on. What the hell is that? I gotta follow the sound. Oh, shit. Well, apparently the frost-free freezer the door was just ajar. Nobody's been in it. Um, I'm gonna have to get Dave to come and look at that because there's a little bit of frost on the glass shelves. Everything's still frozen, but it doesn't look like this. Oh shoot! He just left for the kids' ball games. Ah, great. Well, it's shut, so we'll just see what happens. So now do I use the Cedar color, which is what the professional online was saying that she used. Light body opaque acrylic. Don't remember which one I used. Thought I was outside your window. Oh, cool. That sounds cool, Yvonne. Yeah, back in my previous life, long time ago, I was studying for my captain's license so that my ex-husband and I could take out scuba diving charters legally. He was traveling all the time, so I was home all the time and was elected to take the courses, which we're talking about in the 80s, mid 80s, and early mid 80s actually. All the captains that we knew said, "We know you'd ace it, and you have the experience, but just keep in mind, none of these good old boy captains want to be giving a female their license, so you're gonna have to study your ass off." So that's exactly what I did, which is not evidenced by looking at my ass, by the way. And Gail is not here to write that down. So there. But anyway, I did it. I aced all my tests. I studied with flashcards. I did all the chart work with how to, set a course and navigate from point A to point B while taking into consideration the speed and set of the current and the speed and direction of the wind. It's complicated. And one of my bosses when I worked at Seagram's was going to class with me, him and his father-in-law. And they used to always get pissed off because I get 100 on my tests and they wouldn't. I don't know why. I'm really not that smart. I was just really into it. But anyway, I ended up studying. I studied myself out of a license because I never did get down to take the formal test. And then we moved to Fredericksburg. We were living in Baltimore then. Then we moved to Fredericksburg, and all the stuff that happens with the move that you got to take care of, and blah blah blah. I never did get certified. However, if you're ever at sea and you see 3 green lights above the surface of the water shaped like a triangle in 3 points, it's a mine sweep. Of all friggin' things to remember. That and flashing yellow is a submarine on surface. I knew all the old Red Sky at Night, Sailor's Delight, not that stuff. Red over white fishing at night for all the big fishing boats that would have the lights on their mast. Ooh, this is really thick. Maybe this is what I used. Anyway, million years ago. But that I love the Compass Rose. And hey, Charmaine. you know, all that stuff. Now I'm going to drag this. I got to do this sitting. I can't do it standing. So I'm going to pull it this way. I'll let you see if you can get a good look at whatever I hose up. Try to keep the sleeves out of the paint over here. Lordy, lordy, lordy. Okay. Less jibber jabber and more pouncing. Ah. Ooh, this is nice and thick, I think. I think that's going pretty crisp. And some of these lines are small. I guess I could go over this, some of these spots with paintbrush and paint some of them. I don't know how well you'd be able to see if I did the little staggered shift that Pam was talking about that I do with the, to show a highlight or a shadow. Oh, I don't hate that so far. Brave or crazy. It's a fine line. Want to work on a ship boat, not all that glamorous. Hey, if Bubba Gump can pull it off, so can you. And I don't care if this comes out sketchy. I'd rather be a little sketchy and not a full imprint than an overflow. I need a little more paint. All right. I don't know if this is normally this thick or if it's just an older bottle, because when I first started getting into these Jacquard paints, I'm trying to remember the artist's name, which I can't do. I had a video, I mean a DVD. I had one that was downloadable on my computer where I watched her do just bits of fabric that she would then use in collage with different kind of tools that she'd apply it with, different sponges and brushes and mixtures, and it was pretty cool stuff actually. All right, I think we're going to go with that. Okie dokie. Yeah, here we go. I've got paint all over my hands. Shrimp salad, shrimp kebabs, fried shrimp, shrimp sub. I don't hate that. I do not hate it. But I'm going to walk this over to the sink and get the paint off of this brand new one since I have other plans for it. do now? That actually came out pretty cool. Let me see if I can bring you in closer. Focus. Really? There we go. We'll focus there. Gala, sorry you're late. I can only imagine what the excuse is. Well, we'll see if you're the creature whisperer. If they listen. I kind of like it when they don't, to tell you the truth. But that's just me. Okay, now what? Now what indeed? You know what I was thinking? I wonder if I took, let me zoom you back out again so you can see more than that. What if, I don't have very good ones, but I have some of the hot glue stencils. I tried to do it like scripting characters a little bit. I wonder if I put like a couple of these like scattered. And then maybe mask that off and sprayed over these and left, have a mist around them and the image of that just with the denim showing through. Huh. Or should I take one of the gold paints and pounce over them and just have the pouncy bits on the jacket and the, what about doing the moon stencil again, but upside down? Oh. Huh. Hmm. Let me go get it. It's wet over there laying on paper towels. I'm wondering if I might be able to do these, like one of these, pick one, on the sleeve and spray it. I don't know. I do not know. I'll stand up and get my big head whacking on the camera again. Oh, sorry. Hold on to your lunch. I probably need to let that dry so I don't have to be so far away that I could put it maybe like this if I did that. Dry. Hey, Amalia. My bad cat. Badass bitches. That's my biker name. My biker group. Gayla, why do you encourage me to say bad things? I'm stalling right now, watching paint dry, literally. Actually, that's pretty dry. It's a little cool to the touch, but nothing's really coming off of it. I could just cut this off, like so. I don't know that I'd ever use it. Oh, look, figure one, Galileo. Yeah, Babs. There you go. I think I might do that. Can always lay it back up in there if I need the whole thing all together, which I don't know that that would ever have to happen. Then I still have this. I should have left more there for when I pounce. Why'd you let me do that? Let's get aerial view. Dave always laughs at me when I hang something on the wall because I'll look around the room. I'll look at that. I'll put my finger up there. Yeah, whack. There goes the nail and hang it up there. So you didn't measure anything. Then I don't have to measure anything. If you got to pull out a micrometer to see if it's off, we probably are okay. He always gets out a measure. Yeah, 1/4 inch. You're good. It's hard to tell with this bottom what's straight. Oops. I don't know. What do you think? Does that look straight to you guys on camera? Oh. All right. Can't say I'm not a sport. You have the letters going the right way. For upside down, yes. You have the letters going the right way. It's shocking when Gayla tells me I do something right, so I have to try to reread it and get my head around what she's really saying. Is she talking between the lines? I guess we won't know till I do it if it's. I think it's okay. Does that really look okay to you guys from what you're seeing? I mean, I guess I could flip it over and do like a mirror image. You were shocked I did something right. Oh, bless your little heart. Um, if I flip this over, of course these letters would be backwards, but then west would be under west. Not that it really matters. The star would be under the star and pick up there, but it would be a mirror image. What do we think? Meanwhile, I'm going to keep taking it. I'm glad I still have a shock factor left, Gayla. I'll make it a big commitment, Pam. You got to kind of overthink a little bit. Usually I just slap it and get going, but this is a definite, it's not abstract. That's what I mean. I'm used to abstract. I just throw crap down and whatever happens, happens. As we know. And Gayla knows through years of therapy. Trying to unsee the many things she's seen over the years. Now, something feels a little loosey goosey there. Which end's easier? This one? I want to make sure it's flat. It looked the slightest bit buckled. That little teeny tiny bit of the S is covered up there. Let's do that. All right. All right. Kat, I blame you this 100% on you if it doesn't turn out. Gotta blame somebody. All right. Get most of that off of there. Here goes nothing. Not looking at the chat while I'm doing this very tedious task. Almost done. Okie dokie. Let me put some of this paint back in the jar, if possible. All right. Try to get most of that off my tools. Okay, well, here we are. Let's see what happens. Oop. Don't screw up now. Oh, that didn't do anything. Thought I screwed her up there. Lord have mercy. Where's my baby wipe? So I don't know if I think I might just leave it white. I think it's asking for trouble if I try to paint over that. I know me. All right, now we will let that dry a moment. Thanks for the tip, Kat. I do like it. And really, it came out pretty crisp. Gail, you can entertain us now with one of your stories or animal porn, whatever. What time is it? Hell, it's only 2 o'clock. I did all this in just an hour. Hang on, I got 6 minutes left on the tacky bit up here. Let's see how this is doing. All right, I'm going to switch. Move this over where I can lay it down flat. All right. Now, the moment of truth. This one's still, and see how that glue, it's not a crisp image. It kind of squooshed out in places. And yeah, these probably dried too much. An hour might have been too much for those poor babies. But let's try. I don't think this one's going to work. I think this one is going to need some heat and pressure behind it rather than rubbing it. She must have meant some other kind of foil. Hang on a minute. I know I have some of her foils. APS. Matter of fact, there's her flyer in my drawer with all the different rollers she has that, of course, we use them for our jelly plates, but she's got a ton of different designs there. Let me see if I can find her. Here we go. There you go. artisticpaintingstudio.com. And I bought some stuff, and she sent me some stuff actually back when I was on my foil craze. I'm sure some of you remember, even after years of therapy. Oh, you know what? That's a piece of hers. And this is hers. Let's try a piece of each, shall we? All right, and there's my scissors. Let's just cut a piece of this. And then I can rewash this again. And this says just to put it on there and rub it. Hang on, she said with a rag or a towel. I'll use a shop towel. It's kind of in between. Where the hell? Oh, come on. There we go. Oh! That's a shame. I think that broke, but. Oh, thanks, Kate. Look at you, mod of the year. Oakley Paul print. I'm going to let that sit on there for a moment. And this, I don't know. This looks like copper patina crackle, but kind of faded. But I'm trying to remember. It seemed like there was, like the heat would make it come up a little bit more, but this isn't being heated, so I'm not sure about that. Oh yeah, and it's peeling off of there too. Well, let's just do this. Let's just slap that bad boy right there. I have to go back and reread on her website some of the stuff. Is that an actual project or this is a swatch? Yeah. This is a piece. I got a yard of denim fabric from the yard goods store. But this one has been washed. I just did the bleaching and then I washed it and see where it frayed all over every place. It was a major fray job. You know, I wonder if this, what's this thing called? A burnisher? I wonder if a burnisher would work. And there's agate. It's time. Stop. Command D. Better hydrate while I'm taking a break. I think these are goners. I think that got too dry. Because it's much thinner than these are. Oh, actually, I think am I seeing correctly? I don't think I am. New glasses be damned. Nope. Some did, some didn't. I'll show you closer in a minute. Well, that moved, so let's just pick that up. Maybe that was too dry. I'm thinking that was too dry. All right, since I have this in my hand, let's just go over here where this is still partially wet. On these splotches, I think that's a more quicker dry time, I think. Yeah. Yeah, not so much. Maybe it wasn't meant for denim with the nap in it because it's only hitting the high parts there. Let's grab this. And put this over this wetter bit here. Would using a brayer these damn glasses, I still can't friggin' see the chat. Be with adding more pressure. I think per square millimeter, I can put more pressure down with this than I could with a brayer. Okay, not what I was looking for. Let's try a bigger piece here. This one I think had a shot, but I think it got too dry. This one might have still been too wet. I need to find them just right. Yeah. Not so much. See you, cat. Take care. Just here and there. Here and there. Just there. See how that nap is so pronounced when you really get to see it? And this, not so much. Okay, so now let's go back to the vinyl foil. I have to look up how to use her foils with the laminator again because that may have been the trick. Now these, let's see, for fabric and paper transfer sheets. Let's use, just for shits and giggles, as we say, I'm going to use this deco foil toner reactive foil, or a textile foil. It is exclusively with Deco Foil adhesive. Oh, now we go into French and Spanish. Huh. All right, let's try. I've got all sorts of different adhesives in here. Oh, I wonder if one of these, this Kern Relief, transparent. I wonder if one of those would stick to fabric. Uh-huh. Glue marker for mirror effects sheets. I have mirror effect sheets somewhere. I see them. Gilding glue. I need that right for fabric. Kern Relief. Clear texture paste. What does this say? It's mink foil applicator. Used with mink foil applicator and foil. I'm guessing that means the laminator thingy. Thingamadoo. Mixture Relief. Wait a minute, or is it this one? Oh, Lord. I'm going to need to get out a magnifier. Ready to use water-based prep for applying metal leaf and flakes. Preparation for all these different languages. Allow a thick application for gluing metal leaves and metal flakes. I don't think that's for fabric. Doesn't say it is, and it doesn't say it isn't. Oh, here we go. Deco Foil liquid adhesive. Preheat for best results. Apply liquid adhesive to surface. Let dry 1 to 2 hours. Oh, we don't have 1 to 2 hours. Hand wash or flat dry if needed for fabrics. Huh. So that won't be for today, but that may be for something in the future. So let's, I might need another piece of denim. Hang on. Crap. I think it did break. Oh, yeah. Crappity crap. Oh, well. Get some other little bits here. Try these. I don't understand why it's not working. I think it's, you got to get just the sweet spot of how tacky it is. Well, a little bit of both, to be honest. I was going off this note that I had that was included in something from Artistic Painting Studios. So I think when I ordered one of these Deco Foil jars, that's maybe where it came from, because I haven't had any of their stuff for years, and I don't know why this would have just been with that stuff out on the desk. Who knows? Okay. See how this stuff frays? When she comes out of the washer. This would be a cute little journal cover for a little journal. Like so. Not today. Okay, let's try mirror effects. Oh, you know what else goes with this? Hang on. I believe this does gilding paste. Sweet Moses. Ready to use. Go on several ways we apply to clean surface. Clean dry surface. Leave for 15 minutes. Cover with leaves. Yeah. I think not with fabric. Watch, I'll run these through the washer. Dave will end up with little gold sparkles all over his new golf shirts. Yay. Laugh out loud. Hey, yeah, no sense lying at this stage. Now this, is that really supposed to look pink? It's sticky. She is sticky. Well, what the hell? Let's just do... Oh, can I script with it? Probably not. Let's go down the middle of here and see what we can do. How long did it say to let this one sit? Full sheets and a glue marker to transfer the wheel direct. All right, let's see. I think with this kind of thing, it's just gonna absorb into the fabric and not provide much stickiness. I'm just going to do some little dashes and kind of soak the fabric a little bit. I don't think that's going to work. Now that I feel it, I'm thinking no. No, thank you. I'm not going to cooperate. Yeah, that's almost gone. That ain't working. I hold out no hope for that. We're just going to go with that instinct. Oh, Lord. Dave will have to explain why he's all the gold sparkly bits on his underwear. Well, hopefully he doesn't have to explain it on his underwear as much as he would have to explain it on a golf shirt out with his buddies. Hopefully they won't be seeing his underwear. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I don't think nothing's happening here. I know that's probably too soon, but I think there's no bits of adhesive. If there was, it would stick a little bit, but and it looks like it did come off. There's a pattern off of that there, but nothing there but the glue. I don't know where the hell it went. I guess I don't know. Okay, that's a big fat no. Big fat no. Let's go with the kern relief. And this, I think, has to dry for sure. This is transparent. Take from the tube on a clean surface. This I probably could. Thank you, Jan. Hey, shit happens. You never know. I'm a better judge of character than I was back in the day. All right, let's just try. I don't know, can I squeeze this out and let it fall like it's scripting, sort of? No. The answer is no. So let's just do a thinner line. I'll be kind of broken, which will look kind of, let's call it distressed, shall we? All right, let's not go crazy and waste all my gunk on something that may or may not fail. Yes, we don't need any stories coming out of the ER. Let's take a little piece of this. This is so thick. There's no way that's going to adhere to anything. I'm not even going to waste my time on that one. I know that needs more heat than I've got. What did I use with this? This came off on something. That was the let's try this. Let's give it another go, shall we? Through a stencil. Okay, let's see. Since we're on the moon theme, let's go back to this one that didn't work the first time because I had too much stuff on it. But oh no, that's not glue, that's paint. This is glue. Okay. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Can I do it? Oh, hell, let's just do it. All right. Medical stuff. The heart icon is right in the middle of my chat, and I can't make that go away. So I can't see your full sentence. I've got a word or part of a word missing in every message until it scrolls up further. Speaking of medical stuff, did you get the biopsy results from your throat stuff? They didn't do a biopsy. They just did an upper endoscopy, and everything was clear. No issues. GERD under control. No nothings. Thank you, Jesus. I will take that. That was done because of the horrific cough I had for freaking months. Which, thank you, Jesus, has resolved. I think it's more, might have been more with allergies than originally thought. I know I had a sinus infection and bronchitis to start with because I always have a bronchitis and a sinus infection going on. This is probably going to take, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to heat her up. Just a little, just a draft, a cool draft. Yeah, it takes out a few letters. Enough to make it a little wonky. Move this plug up. Oh, shit, where is it? There it is. Oops, I said it, Jagala. Write me down. Or write me up, whichever way you want to write me. Here you go. I'm just going to put this on basically a room temperature breeze to speed this up a little bit. Yeah, it is an annoying place. I know that's still dry. That's going to smash out if I don't wait till it's dry, but that's probably what's going to happen. So I'm not going to wait till it's dry. All right. Good enough, as we say. Okay. I'm going to put... Oh, this is what I wanted to use. This is the Deco foil, and this is the Deco... Oh, I thought I had more than one in there. Hang on. Oh, I got 3. Stuff deceiving. I'm going to roll this up and put her back in there. All right. Where did it go? Oh, it's up here on my keyboard. Sweet Moses. You gotta be kidding me. Let's just do this. And see if me... Probably be better if I just did a little research, wouldn't it? But that's probably not going to happen. Don't be ridiculous. I don't know if this pressure is going to misshape my moons. Oh. So apparently it was still too wet, except for up here, because all that, that didn't get removed on that other foil. It's the white glue that got picked up on there. So I wonder, let's use that mistake. Can I print with it? Will that lay down on here? Is this a genius mistake? Oh, God, wake up, Patti, wake up. A little bit. Just a little bit. I love to provide the information to save you people money. See the money I save you? You're welcome. All right, let's take a little bit of this. This is the geode stuff, I think. This is the Deco, and this is unknown. Could be Heidi Swap, could be Deco, but I think it's a heat foil. And we're not going to wait for this damn thing to dry. I can promise you that. I don't have it in me. Now, I know this design's going to get a little smushed. It's okay. Maybe it'll come out with a really interesting, unknown to anyone, brand new texture for the art world. Or just another F up. Nope, we got nothing. But again, we have it on here. Let's see if we can print that. See, I can't get a garment through my laminator. That's the problem with the heat stuff. So I thought I'd try the iron, but as we saw with the vinyl, that didn't work. Oh, you know what though? Okay, we're going to try one more thing. That got the teeny tiniest bit of shimmer off on there. More than it got off the other way. But let's try this. See if there's any there left. And go up over these 3 blobs here. I'm just going to push them down so maybe they come out like bigger circles. One can hope. Which all it's going to do, I think, is pick up the glue on the foil. Then maybe I can transfer that. This looks like it's sticking a little bit to that little bit of glue that was left on that little, ziggy zag that I did up here. Nope. Let's try putting these 3 blobs down on here and seeing if any of that comes up. Again, just enough for a little bit of a sparkle. But I might wash this one and see if any of the little bit of sparkle. If I know that's all I'm going to get out of that, that's okay. This is drier now. Let's try a piece of this again. And there's less of it to be goopy. Does the foil machine work? And I'm missing a word. I see. Does the foil machine work heat? I'm going to say that says with heat. It is Deco Foil glue for the foil that should, in some cases, work on a fabric. With heat. Yes, they're hot. They be hot. It's basically a laminator that the foil machine is just basically a laminator. As a matter of fact, both my Heidi Swap expensive ones, the 12-inch one and the 6-inch one, went down the drain. I used them several times and both of them no longer work. And then I was dealing with recovering from my knee surgery and taking care of my mom for months and blah, blah, blah. They sat there. So it's too long to say anything to anybody at this point. But Zandra sent me a laminator that she said she got several of them on Amazon for like $20 maybe. And that works just as good. Yeah, and that's done. That's over. Just a little bit. I think some of this has to do with my lack of knowledge and talent. Some of it has to do with, I think, the nap of the fabric, the hills and the valleys where it doesn't have a smooth finish. And the sweet spot of the drying time for all these various things. That's still a little sticky. That's got silver on it. I'm going to put this bronze down so we can see if anything is still picking up. I'm trying to go different directions so it does hit the high points the right way. Oh, look. That's the best one yet. So this one was this Kern Relief by Pebeo. It's transparent gel, and it stays up like a raised worm of adhesive on whatever you put it on. Of course, we smashed it, as we do. And it was still the slightest bit sticky. And I don't hate that. You know what we're going to do? I'll tell you what we're going to do. Where are we going to do it? That's the problem. We're going to, let's try. Now we got to make sure it washes. I'm going to do a similar pattern. Maybe. Well, that's going to hose it up. What's happening? Well, that's kind of sketchy, isn't it? Looks like a Greek key design or something that's happening. All right, let's stop while we're ahead, if you call that ahead. Try to pull this way a little bit. And then, let's see. Yeah, Gail, I agree. And I actually pretty much said the same thing, but in smaller, more lay terms. Gail likes the big words. Unifying factors and highly textured fabric. It's lumpy. Oh, she's so smart. Yet she's right. Okay, so I'm going to let that sit for about another 2 seconds. And then I'm going to hit her with the heat gun. A little, not hot, just a draft. Oh, there goes everything blowing everywhere. I've done this on a canvas before, where I've done whatever outlining or design with the curl relief and let it sit, I don't know, for hours, however long it took. And it goes transparent, but it still has a tackiness to it. And then laid gold foil over it on a, I don't know if I did a journal page or a canvas with that. But I think it would work either way. Starting to hold its shape a little bit. More than I can say for me. All right. Let's see where we is. Yeah, it's definitely got a skin on it now. So, what did I do? Let's huh. I'm gonna take this little piece of gold. I'm not touching that much there. I'm just kind of seeing if it'll stick to the foil without smashing the pattern too much. God forbid I repeat the same test twice. I don't think I'd make it in the lab like Gayla did. I'm just going to peek. Nothing. Okay, so we're going to smash it. We're not taking that for an answer. We're just going to smash it. Let's do this way so I don't tear up the foil so much. And I think this is just going to pick up the glue onto the back of the foil. I don't think this is going to lay down any of the foil. Of course, this is a different foil than we used before. This is the geode, I think it's called. It's Pebeo. That could have been a mistake. Yeah, we got nothing there. So I'm going to turn this and lay it here and just see if anything comes off. Something looks like it's happening. See, this I would never trust myself at this juncture to put this on a garment. That did get a little bit of glitz, see it? So this, that's still raised and that's still sticky. That's what she said. I couldn't help it. That was just screaming for that answer. Let's see what happens here. And when I wrap up, I'm going to just throw some of this stuff on a piece of denim and let it dry. Let me just peek. Nothing. Well, that was disappointing. Let's maybe force the subject into submission. I can see the nap of the denim showing under the foil, which would make me think that some of the foil is laying on it. I've been deceived before. I shall not be deceived again. Wow, that's interesting. So that looks like it only laid on the outer edge of where those. See how it looks like it's just all that clear glue in the middle, and where it's catching is on the outside, where I would think those little thinner bits would be drier. Is that just still too tacky? It's pretty tacky. Let's put the little heat gun on her again. All right. Let us see what happens, if anything. Does anybody know if deco foil is heat foil? It should say on here. Xandra knows all these things. Transfer sheets. Toner reactive. So this would work with the Heidi Swap toner. Oh, so I wonder if I could use the Heidi Swap toner. The stamp's probably going to stamp sketchy on here too. Heidi Swap toner on a stamp, pressed onto here, and then the foil pressed on. I can't, on a garment, get it through the laminator, but I wonder if I could get enough pressure on it to make that work. But how sketchy is the stamp image going to be because of the nap of the fabric? Maybe I start and see, it doesn't say that on the, it doesn't say for fabric and paper transfer sheets. It doesn't say anything on here. Toner reactive foil or a textile foil. I'll have to watch some videos about this stuff, about using it on fabric. Because that's what I want to do. I want it shimmery. I can't wait till that paste comes in, the gold and the silver paste. And then you put it, they did it on a t-shirt. And then when it dried, stretched it, and it cracked and looked distressed. It was really cool, actually. Let me see. I don't know if this would work or not. Let's see if I can show it to you. I need to I think Xandra sent that to me. I was sure she did. I didn't think it was that long ago. Oh, here it is.
Create with me this beautiful t-shirt. Stenciling gold crackle paste and create with me this beautiful t-shirt. Perfect for any occasion, elegant or casual. Use a cardboard to protect the t-shirt. Work on the diagonal. Choose your favorite stencil. Use the crackly gold paste by Stamperia. Ink your stencils. Dry a little bit. Clean your stencil. And now it's time for splashing with aqua color. And dear your t-shirt, make beautiful cracks up here. Stamperia, what incredible product! Follow me on my Instagram for.
Now you guys probably have a crush on him, but how cool is that? On their website, straight. Yeah, but doesn't that look cool? So Big Girl's got some of that crackle paste on order. Yes, you do. Got a little bit more on there, but it's certainly not an exact science so far and not very repeatable. Although I do like how that looks actually. See if I can get more to stick on there. It looks like when this dries, it looks like, what does it look like? It's transparent, but it looks like a I don't know what to tell you it looks like. I had the word in my head and it left me. Almost like a clear eraser, rubbery kind of looking. Glad I had my carpal tunnel surgery many moons ago. I would be needing it after all this. Well, more and more is sticking. Oops. That may end up being a little piece I tear out and put in a collage, Gala. Ah, you want to do a collage? Oh my goodness. So that pen was a fail. That was this one. This was the Kern Relief in a skinnier line that came out, and that wasn't bad. I do like this though. Yeah. That's the Stamperia crew. I don't know if it says his name.
What incredible product!
Oh, Omar Falcini. I don't know if you can see it.
Bye. Stenciling gold crackle paste and create with me this beautiful t-shirt.
Come on.
Perfect for any occasion, elegant or casual. Use a cardboard to protect the t-shirt. Work on the diagonal.
That's about as good as it's going to get. Omar Falcini.
Gold paste by Stamperia. Ink your stencils. Try a little bit.
He's a really good stenciler, though, I got to tell you.
Clean your stencil. And now it's time for splashing with aqua color. And dear your t-shirt, make beautiful cracks up here.
Now I'm going to have to be buying some t-shirts. He's very animated and talented. Okay. What are we doing anything else? I don't think so. I'm going to go look at my jacket and see how that looks. I'm going to let these things. What do I have on here? That was my sample. These are dry for weeks. I do make a mess. I cleaned up my desk. I actually could see almost all my desk. It doesn't take long to get her scrambled up again. Let's try to get up to do something. Did somebody ask me, show them something? Am I totally losing it? I think I am. Don't answer that. Let's just go with yes. I don't know where Stamperia is, where it originated, or where they're somewhere in Europe. Where exactly, I don't know. I think I want to say Spain, but I do not know. But and France maybe. But a lot of the videos that I watch or try to watch are in another language. Oh, I know what I was going to do. I was going to make a design and let it just sit down here and see what happens until it dries on its own. And let's just try to let's just make some circles. Ish. That's ish. And I'm just going to let those babies dry on their own. Put them back here. Oh, I wanted to swatch the watercolors Xander gave me. I'm just going to use a piece of black paper here. I always like them better on black. And that's not the right black paper I wanted. Here we go. I can feel the difference. Let's just call this 12 o'clock, and we'll go around the bend. The colors in these layer cakes, they just butt right up against one another. I mean, it's not a bad thing if they blend, but and this one, the names are on the back. I love me some sparkles. They're starting to intermingle. This one looked like it was a finer particle in there. Finer as in smaller, not better. They all kind of are, actually. This one I think is called Red Gold. That's the one that really looks different in the palette. Yeah, it looks like it's a copper gold-ish color. I'll let those dry out before I cap them off. They're very shiny. I'll show you these next time when they dry. They have to dry to really get the bennies out of it. Let me go get the jacket. This should be bone dry by now. It is. I think before I put any more bleach on here, I'm going to look into that anti-chlor or whatever it's called that kills the action of the bleach. And then if it looks like it'll take more, I might do more on the sleeves. So here we go. I like how that came out. I like that idea. I do like the symmetry thing myself. I don't know that I would have ever thought of that. So thank you, Kat, if you're listening. There you go. Now I just got to put which size font's going to fit down here for badass bitches. Gail, you so nasty. There we go. One more thing on here. I do like it though. Oh shit. Gayla. You know I gotta blame you. Right. It's gonna happen. Just all the circles just got smushed. Oh well. What are you gonna do? Can't be sniveling and whining about a little smushed glue. I'll do that off camera. This on the hanger. And I think I will call it a day. I have half a headache. I think it's these damn glasses. Remember my story from last week about how the prescription got all screwed up? So we took what we were told was the fourth and final prescription, and they're distressed. I'm distressed, and they are distressed as well. That's a good pairing. So anyway, we took a stab. My sunglasses aren't in yet, but the regular ones were in. So I went and got those picked up. They are driving me crazy, slipping off of my head every 30 seconds. And God forbid I break a sweat. They are sliding off my nose. I like them. Hang on, I'll try to show you. I don't know if you can see. Oh, there you go. Oop, blurry. Well, I guess it's just going to blur. And light. Anyway, you get it. But they are slickery. Thanks, Sherry. I like them too. And I like the sunglasses as well. But let's see. I had a picture of the frames in here when I was looking for these. Not that it matters. Not that America and the globe is waiting for me to show them what my possible new sunglasses may or may not look like. Yeah, you can't really. You can see them, but they don't really. You can see the side is a little bit kind of funky there where it's raised up. And they're basically rose gold. They're polka dots, but they look almost like an animal kind of thing when you're not right up on them. So we'll see. Not holding out a whole lot of hope. Anywho, thanks for hanging with me, girls and guys. If there's any guys out there, I appreciate it. And I'll see you when I see you. Got a couple things coming up. I'm going to lunch with Claire on Tuesday. And that evening, I get my nails a mani-pedi in preparations of a wedding Thursday night. And then I can't remember what else happened. Friday, I'm going with a girlfriend of mine I work with at Joseph E. Seagram and Sons. I started there in 1976. That was one of my most fun jobs ever. I will, Sherry. But anyway, we've stayed in touch, and I haven't seen her for a few years. So I'm going to meet up for lunch with her next Friday. And something else was going on Thursday before the wedding. Good thing I put it in my calendar because my memory is shot. Okay, kids. Thanks for hanging in there with me. I appreciate it. Appreciate the company. Otherwise, I'm just talking to myself. And that's no fun because I already know what I'm going to say sometimes. They're going to throw a white coat over me one day and just shut her down. And that'll be another story I can tell when I get out. Stop talking. Go take a break. I'll see you guys. Bye.